voice messages the most horrific thing.
No, I can't.
I love
voice
them.
message.
What?
Not when I get them, maybe.
Not when I get them.
Not like the too many.
But you know those people that just only voice message, so you have
Bro.
to voice message back.
Oh my
Because
god.
that's their language. No, I'm sorry. If it's more than a minute,
Yeah, I can't do
you
it.
have to call.
That's
instead.
why I don't mind double texting.
Let me actually-
That's what I mean. I'll
Let me
just
check.
Let it out.
I'll just
Let it out, sis.
I'll
What's
just
going
let it
on?
Some people just need to be ignored. For real.
On Instagram, I'm so bad.
Instagram. No, Instagram I'm good. I like to keep it because then I don't like the little notification at the top.
Yeah, then it builds up really quick.
Yeah.
Builds up really quick. Instantly.
Yeah.
Especially if
it's
people
red.
even just like your photo or like a message back, and that's still a notification, so you have to open it.
Because on WhatsApp, as soon as you want to enter the app, the red thing is gone.
Yeah.
But with Instagram, it stays unless you click on the message.
I feel like Instagram's doing too much at the moment.
No,
I hate
the
it.
whole thing is gone. It's gone. It's like a shop.
That's what I mean. I
Oh my
hate that
God.
whole
People can
aspect.
buy posts, and it's like just. And if I would put a picture up tomorrow, I can buy ads for that. Do you not get random people?
Oh my
from-
god! I saw the other day with like some random.
And it's like, this is
It's like,
your
hey.
like communal post. That's not for sponsorship.
I hate the
Like,
pyramid
not even-
scheme is in my DMs. Hi babe, just wondered if you had like 5 minutes to chat. I promise I'm not a scammer. I know what they're like. Like you're the scammer, bro. I understand.
I get astrology ones. They're like, oh, we
Free
know
readings.
you had it rough lately.
Oh my
Maybe
God.
I've been had it rough.
Yeah, everyone's scared of the cups. That's all I want to say. My MCF didn't want to see me because apparently there was a pandemic. Like
Hi.
that's fucked up.
Welcome to what Airforce Behaviour.
I remember that. Remember when you would blame someone you would hook up with that they gave you COVID? It was all going around.
And the fact that, you know, like dating apps, you know, when COVID started like really popping off,
you would
and
put
it'd
it
be like,
to 1
you'd
mile.
put in like, oh, 1 mile, and then it'd also be like,
It
COVID
would be
safe.
everyone in
Oh yeah,
They'd
COVID
be like,
safe.
I'm being COVID safe. Let's do
Oh.
online dating.
Mine
Oh
would be
my
like, oh,
God.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I didn't even have it on there. And everyone would be like, okay.
But that's when Tinder actually had hot people on there, don't you think?
Yeah,
everyone
because they
was
can't go
outside.
clubbing and shit to,
Yeah.
you know, show their.
No one was in
even
relationships.
the finest of fine men
They
had to
were
jump
on
on
We're locked
common
in.
app. Common
Oh,
dating app.
that was actually good Tinder time. That's when I
That was fun.
joined it first. That was the first time I downloaded it.
Ever?
In the beginning of lockdown.
How old were you when you started using Tinder?
In uni, I did.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Same. I
Before
did.
2018.
then, 2018. That was a good time. I feel like men back in the day used to be a bit more chatty though on dating apps. Now it's just like 2 words. Before it'd be like a full hi.
I think it's everyone
I
got
used
busy.
to have
innit?
conversations, like proper conversations on there. Like, you would actually text back and
Exactly, it
forth on
would be
Tinder.
like repetitive, and then it'd be like, do you have Insta or do you have iMessage?
Yeah,
No,
but
then-
the conversation
then
is
it'd be
like
flowing.
number.
Yeah, but I left Tinder and then I didn't do anything. And when I came back, I downloaded Hinge because you guys told me
yeah.
about it. And I feel like the aesthetic when you scroll through, it looks like
Of Hinge.
Instagram.
Yeah, it looks like a social
Defo.
account.
But there's weird people on there.
No, but
I
I
hate
would
dating
say
apps.
if what's your like ranking of like dating apps? So I think Hinge, Bumble, then Tinder, which I think like people
I
don't
can-
really like Bumble,
No,
but I
I've
like.
only done 2.
I feel like men are very better looking, or much better looking on Bumble.
I've never
Very-
used. I used Tinder first and then Hinge, and that's the only 2 I used. But it would be Hinge just because of the aesthetic.
Yeah.
And Tinder, I feel like there's like literal creeps on there.
Do you know about the app Thursday?
You told me about it, but that's weird to me.
Only open on Thursday.
Only open on Thursday. I kind of like that, dude, especially if you don't like to respond quickly,
No, because that's people
because it
that.
like forces you
No,
to
that's
like
how
only
you
speak
think.
on that one day.
That's
It's like
people.
That's
people-
enabling it though. That's enabling that behavior. Like.
No, it's people
True.
going on there to fuck. They're like, oh, it's Thursday now. Everyone that's horny
Oh my
is in
God,
there.
To be
so
honest,
bad.
we went to that. Me and Gigi went to this Thursday show. Like the.
Oh, the
Thursday.
bar. How was
I
that?
don't think they're looking for fuck. They're looking for marriage and kids.
They're looking for like long-term stability.
You're
The
lying.
men on there, they're always like 29 and
They're
like
all in tech
30,
companies.
yeah. And they all live in like Chelsea or Notting
What?
Hill. Like,
I need to
The
get
actual
on that.
men we should be going for actually, like, no offense.
no, but it's just a bit too much.
But
But
that's-
they're good men. But they just
Are they?
I like the idea.
I'm
of
sorry,
it.
but I like the yeah. I knew exactly what you were gonna say. I like the idea of being someone that's like 32,
Yeah,
whatever.
I
but
get it.
in reality, you think I'm 21.
Yeah.
So 31, 10-year difference. I think like with a
Wait, some
11-year-old.
old men are cultured, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but
they know what's going on.
But then what do they really want from you?
exactly, what do
You don't see
in
the
me?
future. You don't see the future with them.
Like a 32-year-old.
How are you gonna tell your parents
you
like?
need to be in a 5-year age year bracket. I feel like with someone or 10 like
That's scary to me. 10 years. That's. Imagine you're born, and they already 10. That's
Yeah.
they're
scary.
already 11. Yeah.
They look
so-
like you. Imagine like if they were like.
They were
cousins or
walking.
something.
They were
When
speaking.
I-
They were
when I was
writing.
10,
and you were
when
just
I was-
coming out.
That means when you were 10, they were 20. Imagine.
That is even more
Primary
fucked up.
school, university.
You like worried about writing a text or a sentence, and maybe you lost your toy, and he's fucking people in uni. That's
He's had chlamydia
too
twice.
practical. Yeah.
He's had
He
chlamydia
probably
twice.
had STD before you
He's
even
had-
had sex.
He's had something.
Oh my god.
He's got
He's
girl
had
pregnant.
pregnancy scares with a couple
Yeah.
girls, and I'm a child.
You haven't even had your period at that point.
Well, when did you get your period?
Wait,
I got it 10.
I got mine at 10.
14 I think. 14
I'm an early bloomer.
Early
That's a word.
These are womanly hip
10.
women or whatever.
10. That's scary.
10.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Question. We were just talking about age difference. What do you think, like... So in terms of age differences, have you noticed that anything different between, like, younger people you may have been with or older people you've been with?
No, I've not been with older people.
No, but, like, not necessarily, like, 10-year gap, but, like, 4 years, like, just general vibe.
I think talking to them is easier,
Definitely.
but I feel like spending time with them feels more awkward.
Defo.
It's like you sometimes think about it and you're like, they're 27. Like
exactly.
On the daily, I think of very weird things, but he's probably like, oh, career. I don't know. I want to rent a whole flat by myself.
What do you feel
apartment.
generally about, like, age gap relationships?
I don't want one. I actually don't.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I will end up having one.
Do you?
Yeah,
Because
me
your
too
parents
actually.
though.
That's the thing.
I think
They
we have
got
a
an
mature
age gap,
husband.
what, do they?
Oh no, my parents are the same age.
I thought your mum was younger than your dad.
No, they're both the same age. They're only 4 days apart.
But I feel like you'd have to get with a mature person because you don't want children till later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Definitely.
is like that one. You'd have to meet him when he's in his 30s and you too, so then you won't notice the gap
True.
because you're both like
Yeah, because
established.
say he's like 8 years older than me. When I'm 30, he'll be 38. He'll be wanting kids. And I'm like, not yet.
Just-
Yeah,
just
that's
not,
the
You
thing.
know? I'm like, I can wait another 5
But
years.
you've
He's like,
got young
no.
parents,
Yeah.
so that's so beyond me. If
I
you've
mean,
got
my
young
mum-
parents.
Yeah,
My
I
dad
cannot
my mum and dad have
process.
7-year gap. Or 6-year gap actually.
Your dad's older.
Yeah.
I
So
cannot do
that's
that.
that's my
That's all.
idea. I don't mind that.
Yeah, because it's normal, like.
But to
you know.
me, it's scary when you think they're 6-7 years older, and then think about it when you're actually getting older.
I just worry that, like, they'll want to start marriage and all of that, and then.
I think I would
Later.
be worried they'll die before me. That is not.
Fuck.
If they're
How
8
old
years,
are you saying? Like
if it's a
She's thinking, like, 25,
40,
like,
40,
no,
58.
like there's people in like 8-year gaps, 10-year gaps. When you're 17, your 70s you're fit.
You know,
like,
people. Yeah.
and he's in his 80s, he could fall over any minute.
People don't die after 18.
There is
That'll be
a lot of
fine.
people that die after their 80s.
So
Yeah.
75, and then he'd be like, what, 82, if there's a 7-year
Yeah.
difference.
And then by that time you're like old and like you just accept life as it
Yeah,
comes.
exactly.
Like, that's the whole reason.
You don't start, I feel like you don't feel young. And
You-
like, we're still in a young
If
mentality.
you ask a
but when
really
you're
old
70,
woman, like, are you afraid to die anytime? She's like, no, like, she's
Probably
not
not.
afraid to
yeah,
die.
if she's like
if it comes-
85, like, bro,
But if you ask a
it's
10-year-old,
expected. She knows it's gonna happen.
yeah. But if you ask a 10-year-old,
right
he'll be
here.
scared of
Yeah.
dying because
He imagines his whole life plan.
yeah. So by then I guess you'll be fine. So just
I just
go
don't
for it.
want my partner to die before me.
Oh,
Fine.
But then again, I would be a hot widow. I feel like that is like a good.
You see me, I feel like I'd fall apart.
I will.
Is it
I'm
actually?
literally
Asylum,
crumble.
mental
Because the
asylum.
thing is, I find it hard anyway to like, you know,
Yeah,
like
'cause
meet
you-
people and like getting that attraction.
Attachment.
So if I finally am married, we've had kids, and we're like so far in, and then he
No.
dies,
life.
No,
on.
because by then you
My life
you
is
had like
fun.
probably a long time with him, so you already know how life with him works. And for
Obviously,
those,
that
if
you
you guys,
lived
if
through
you
then,
guys
like, when
10
you
years
deep it,
before,
it's the
before
grief will be like.
you have like
it will
a
be
good
longer.
10 years where you can feel young again. Like, how was life before him? You
But it's
can
not like
see
he's
both.
gonna die and I'm gonna be like, woo! Happy
Yeah.
summer! Fucking
After
82
like-
years old, when am I gonna find my
After
man?
like 2 years, I'll be-
Marbella.
A fucking care home.
Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, he wants me. I don't know. I don't have to really. It's going to be too serious now. But I wanted to talk about like how we perceive ourselves and how that affects relationships.
That's up to you.
Like projection and like
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
So it's like, oh, I feel like I'm not good enough, or insecurities, and like how that goes into a relationship, or even finding one.
That's why people say love yourself first so you can find love. So that
Yeah.
you're healed when you meet someone, you know what I
But
mean?
I think that is the biggest issue in this generation.
Of course, because
It's
we want
like
everything now.
People,
Yeah.
like, they have not healed from like certain traumas, which is perfectly fine. But people love to drag people down with them now. They're like,
Defo.
they don't get like getting with someone, like in a relationship with someone like that. That person, if you're not ready to get better, you're gonna ruin the whole thing. Like, it's gonna become toxic.
Me. I become the issue. Sorry. I feel like
It's me.
my next relationship that will happen, I'll be like,
That's why I
I'm
want to
always
be
uncomfortable, so that's why I need to like heal.
you know what I mean?
I know,
Heal,
yeah.
woman,
I need
heal.
to literally just heal, and then
So I don't do any
be
emotional
mature enough
damage.
to exactly
to the
bring
other
myself
person.
to the table.
Fully.
You see,
Yeah.
men, they don't have this cog in their head, so they allow themselves to.
To
But only
heal.
toxic men are like that.
Exactly.
I know some good boys.
Oh no, I hate this whole
That's-
toxic
They're
thing.
healing right now.
They're in their healing phase.
the whole toxic thing is like made people not want to actually have relationships anymore. Because
No, yeah.
the way that people
many
love
expectations.
like hyping up all of that toxic stuff, it's like you think you have to have that, and I feel like
I
that's
feel
why
like that's
no one can stay in
reinforced.
relationships.
I feel like that's just reinforced in most like shows and films now, though. Anyway.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Like
very
look at
true.
what's that series?
Euphoria.
Well, Euphoria is one of them, but like just the whole aspect of like cheating culture or having multiple
Fucking-
people around you and just
Yeah.
allowing
Love
it to happen.
Island, like.
Love
Yeah,
Island.
that's-
Love. You know, I don't know how to say it, but
Why is it
I
called Love Island?
I love Love Island, but I hate Love Island at the same time.
The concept is bizarre.
The
Reality shows have gone too far.
Exactly.
It's
100%.
not reality anymore.
I do
Most
love
of
Real
it's-
Housewives too.
Scripted and.
But on the other half, I do love me some Real Housewives of
I
Beverly
don't
Hills.
know. I like watching them. Like reality TV shows, I feel like are the only thing that's like happening like online now that doesn't make me feel like positive about myself. You know, when you go on Instagram, you see all these perfect pictures and you feel
Yeah.
like really just like it just.
So
fucks
for
with
you,
your head.
it gives you another side of what
Because
you're
if I
seeing.
look at reality TV and I look at these rich people living their lives and having problems, and you look at them and you're like, yeah, like I'm actually good. Like imagine you that ditzy. If you watch Real
Oh,
Housewives,
you see it as like so dumb that it's like as if they're even bothering with this.
like yeah, it's to me it's like if that is what you
True.
worry about in
I
life.
think that is the problem though.
Yeah.
You don't realize
It's
how
still,
powerful
it's still
that
very
is
shallow.
and how rich
Yeah.
and powerful those
I
people
guess it
are.
does influence you.
And their
a little
husbands
bit.
are like lawyers and doctors and shit. Like they're
Yeah.
like the fucking filth people. You should start watching it.
Oh my god.
No, I love Real Housewives. I can't.
I love, but then there's the same with any influencer, Kardashians, all of like. They're
Opinions on how you think, like, especially the Kardashians now. Do you think they've changed how men see women in general?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my
So
god.
then it's like an idealism.
Mm.
But then don't you think that at the same time, I feel like a lot of boys, I mean, I don't know, I'm not a boy, but if you ask a lot of boys, their celebrity crush is never like Kim Kardashian.
That's
They
very
think she's
true.
like good looking, but they're not
Yeah.
like, she's my ideal woman.
Yeah, because they know they can never get it.
But I feel like it's because they're like, yeah, exactly. They're so detached,
They just see them as like, no offense, but like literally like objects.
literally.
Yeah.
They're objectified as
When
well.
they don't like fit the narrative. But the thing is, they do that to themselves because then they do end up changing. You
I
know, they
don't
get
know, I feel
procedures
like
done, they get this done. And
Yeah,
it's like,
I
you're
think
adding
that's
to
the
that.
scary
It's
part.
like
That's
how it
very
bounces
scary.
back, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think with
Cause and effect.
all
Cause
of
and
these
effect,
like
definitely.
body trends that go around and the way it's now, I think that is like something that makes me way more insecure than I would have to be
Oh,
about myself.
1,000%.
Hip dips.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And to think like 10 years ago, I don't know if anyone was on Tumblr 10 years ago. I feel like you would.
I was.
But on Tumblr 10 years ago, it was like thinspo, like
Yeah.
look your sexiest, and it would be like girls and then like ribcage, or like having like your spine
Anna.
showing.
Hashtag Anna.
Yeah.
You know, thigh gap was a whole thing.
Yeah, and thigh gap, and now you look at it today, and
Bro,
it's like BBL.
I remember
this,
crying like not
Is
not
it?
having a like, and then it only lasted me like a day.
That. Yeah.
After that, I was like, I'm so dumb. I'm never doing that.
Yeah,
Why did I
uh-huh.
just cry or like?
But that's the
do
thing,
something?
you still have that thing. It's like it's been conditioned into you.
Exactly,
You know?
but thank God I grew.
Thank God, yeah.
One
It's
day,
just
it
an
took
era.
one day, because it hit me. Like I think I was like
Yeah.
piano singer maybe, and I was just looked at myself. I was like, why are my thighs like touching each other?
Do you know what I mean?
And I was like,
Or you know when you'd like lie down, you'd like put your legs like so that you could sit, like you know how like girls in like bikinis used to do like the
Oh,
back
yeah,
in
the
day with
sausage
their
legs.
the sausage legs.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I'd be like spreading the thigh out, putting it back.
you know, with them
And I'd be
clips,
like, literally. That's literally how I was moving. I was like, what the hell am I doing?
But it's because I think it's so influenced by how males see you. Like girls,
Male
there is
gaze, innit?
still
Yeah.
that is still such a big part of a girl's life
Just
to impress,
tailoring.
like to impress men. So and with social media that gets so much worse. Like, cause you look around and you can always, the more you scroll, you can always find someone that you find prettier and that you find more attractive.
But this
And
is
then
the
it's like,
thing.
no, now I want this, now I want that, and that's why people keep jumping
Yeah.
from one person to the other.
But the thing is, like, if you think about where we are now in society with like technology and like having all these apps, having these dating apps, having, you know, being able to follow someone from
Yeah.
America and shit like that, like just the concept of that. Like we are not meant to see this many
it's
good-looking people like
overstimulation.
That's
in
so
our
true.
faces. You know, every like magazines.
That's why I
Vogue,
deleted
this, that.
TikTok. It was giving me too
Yeah,
much
like,
overstimulation.
Everyone like, and then like you get girls online that are like, oh, I wish I looked like better, and they're like perfect visually, and like not just
Yeah.
perfect visually, like from my side, it's
all
like
the beauty
convention,
standards.
every beauty standard possible.
Yeah, that's so true.
They have that, and it's like, what the
And then
fuck?
people are not fans because they're like, oh, no, you're not.
Exactly. Like we are not visually like. Say we were just from here, from London,
Yeah.
we would only be able to see people
Only people in
in
London.
our area, and
Yeah.
then you'd be like, oh well, I'm kind of pretty. I must be pretty because like everyone else is at the same level.
Because there's not
like,
that much comparison. You
Exactly,
can't-
but then you then see someone like Kylie Jenner online, and you're like,
and then it's
"Fuck,
like
she's
it's,
that standard."
yeah, but then you look at it and it's like that's not even your beauty standard. Like just from where you're from, that is
Yeah.
not your
You
beauty
didn't
standard.
originally think like that's not you, like that's the media that's portraying on you.
exactly, but it's so enforced now
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
everyone is on it as
Because
well.
it's like look at us three. Like we're three completely different people because of the
Exactly.
places we're from.
Yeah.
And it's like, why would I then say, oh, I want what she has if we're not? It can never
Yeah,
happen.
if you're not already like in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you and that's why like certain things fit certain skin tones more, or certain hair colors suit other people, but you can't
Yeah.
just have one generic thing. It's like one
Yeah.
generic look, and that's what it is on Instagram.
Where's
now.
originality?
What
There's no
happened to
What happened to
originality?
originality?
Please. Oh my god, imagine.
Do you ever think, like, during your dating experience, the way you have looked, have you ever been, like, nervous for how they could see you in real life? Or do you feel like,
what from
you have to
dating
look
apps?
from dating apps, and, like, just talking to
Yeah,
people?
that is so scary to me because I pick what I think is prettiest, but that is like not what I look like.
Exactly.
Like 90% of the time.
And I feel like it's not a catfishing, this is the thing.
No.
Yeah,
Because I
that's
feel
you.
like-
But there's
You
certain
still
days
look
where I'm
similar.
ugly as fuck and
But
I
you're
can't
not
help
ugly,
it.
that's
No,
the
but
thing.
you feel that like
You're
Don't you-
naturally model.
You know what I mean?
No, don't you have these days where it's just you look at yourself and there's nothing's working
And it's
out.
fucking
Yeah,
normal,
true.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's when I'm like,
True,
if that person meets me on that day, I won't look like I'm looking.
I'm not
on my
looking how I know I
profile.
look my best.
Exactly.
No, I feel
it's
that.
as if you don't feel it, you won't look
The
it.
mentality's just not there.
You know what I mean? And that's so
Manifestation.
bad because that's not supposed to happen. You're not
Exactly.
supposed to think like that.
Because
You're human, you're changing.
imagine you
Like,
wake up and you have a bad day, you go on Instagram and like you feel a little bit insecure about something about yourself. then you go on Instagram and you scroll and it's all these perfect people posting. So you already start the day insecure, which just makes the whole...
That's why I start my day on Twitter. I don't feel nothing there.
That is so true.
I started my day with COD recently.
Oh yeah.
I just want to be like free of info. Like zombie watchers are weird.
Bro, that show shaped me.
I don't really like zombie movies.
I love The Walking Dead.
It's
I
so
loved it.
good.
I have so
good.
many friends that love zombies and like Walking Dead.
Oh, and there's like really some hot old man on there.
You're sick.
Don't you think?
This is circling back to daddy issues, guys.
Yeah.
So,
I don't have any.
Oh,
do you usually go for men that your age?
Yeah.
I
I've not
always
dated
do older.
anyone that's like was like
older.
significant. Like it was only a year or like 2 years.
I always do older because in my mind I feel like they're more accepting.
Then
But which is bad because I know they aren't. They're the same mentality from when they're like
everyone's the
20. But when I see them older, I'm like, oh, you know, they're more accepting. Like they'll actually see me when they're older because they might have matured. But then you meet them and it's the same. But and then it's the same mentality.
do you think you have daddy issues?
No, this is the thing. Daddy issues, I feel like, has become such a thing online, a loose term. It's like, oh, my dad shouted at me a couple times in my life. I've now got daddy issues.
Oh, is it?
But like daddy issues, I feel like I don't have because
I
I've
don't do that.
healed. I feel I've just let him become who he is. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
But
So
then
I wouldn't like
it
to say
does
I feel-
trace in my relationships a lot. I can see
Well,
it.
same.
Definitely. Like when I speak with boys, like I don't know, something just washes over me and like I'm sabotaging it. You know what I mean? And I just know it's because
I feel like I'm so distant, which is
yeah,
coming from.
that is. I think because the relationship I had with my dad definitely influenced how I'm dating and how I'm behaving. Like
True.
there's certain things
But
that
I mean, it's normal, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I feel
the
like
same way
soon
your
enough,
mum would influence you as well. I
If
feel
you,
like
But then again, normal dads of people like don't have this issue like at all.
yeah.
They're living life normally like without.
They're just like, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
figure out
This rolls on to another thing, and the thing is, what do we feel about women, or even men, to be honest, that stay in relationships or stay in situationships? Like, what's everyone's issue? What's everyone's thoughts on situationships? Like this kind of idea of like.
Make up your fucking mind.
This
You know what I mean?
Oh
Thank God.
yes.
But to be honest, I
This kind
understand.
of like new age dating, where like, you know, if you say you're dating someone, that doesn't necessarily mean you're
No,
a couple. It means you're just like
I
seeing
swear
how
to God,
things
all
go.
these people they've took stages to label every single thing. Like if we're exclusive, it's something different than we're dating.
Exactly.
It's something different than I'm seeing you.
What do you
it's
mean?
something
Sneaky
different
link.
than we're
Yes,
like
sneaky.
we're together. It's like
You're
what
wrong.
are we doing? Like why is there so many?
About sneaky link.
True. I just feel like situationships that's all people have now.
That's so bad. Though.
You know, which I
It's
understand.
either there's two people on this planet. I feel like right now it's either situationships all the time, or they just jump from one serious relationship into the other. They can't be alone.
Situationships
No one can
where
be
people
alone.
are like, oh yeah, we're like kind of seeing each other. Like situationships where they last like over a year, and you think a year, you spent your whole time just beating without any exclusivity. So one day he could just have whoever, like fuck whoever, and then be like, oh yeah, but like we're just like we were never a thing anyway. Like it wasn't that deep.
I can't speak on that because
I
I'm
think-
guilty of all of that.
You know, I feel like the
so
whole lockdown
bad.
and the whole COVID thing made everyone broke and lonely.
yeah.
Not broke, but like in the sense like they might lose money. They might
Mm.
not be able to make that much money back, or you know, have anything jump back. So I feel like that's why people are like so focused on like finding a job or like working, basically. You know what I mean? To
That's
like
so
get your
true.
bread up, basically.
So that's why they're
And
not. But I thought
and
that's
they,
such a
but they're also lonely as well, and they don't want a long-term companion. You know what I mean? Because they just want quick things.
But then if it's not so quick if it's happening
But it's a
on
bad
the
cycle.
weekly thing,
Yeah.
because then it's like you're just scheduling each other in.
Exactly.
That
Or
is
if not-
what it is basically.
Or if not, then
It's
it's just
because they
like
just don't have any love for you. They just see you as like
That's
a
so bad.
companion that he's gonna fix my
Yeah.
loneliness for like 10 minutes.
see. This
you
is
know?
why I'm not very good with dating online and stuff
Oh,
like that
I
because
hate
I
it.
can't do that because I know that I'm emotionally very turned on.
Mm.
Like if like this starts to happen, like, you know, on a regular basis, of course I'm gonna feel away because then it's like
that is so
extended
true,
seeing, and then you're just, you know.
I feel like I'm gonna
Is
marry
it?
a really ugly man, and you guys are gonna be like, Nika, what? Like a 5'1"
Oh my
man.
God.
Like I'm gonna fall in love with him. I just know.
I can imagine you're gonna have like the deepest relationship with him.
Yeah.
You're gonna be so entranced.
People are gonna be like,
They're gonna be like, what the fuck has happened? Like, what's she doing? And you're gonna be like, no, guys, like it's real.
Like,
It's like a
please.
downgrade.
Like, this is the happiest I've ever been. I'll be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You're kind of ugly.
I'm like, blink twice if everything's actually okay.
And I'm like,
I'm
and then
so
sorry.
I love it.
Like, the curse has to be lifted somehow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It'll be fun.
Okay, guys.
That we're getting
That is
food
the
as
end
well.
of What Airforce Behaviour. Season
Episode-
1.
Oh,
episode 1.
We don't know if there's an episode 2, so maybe
Yeah,
that is a
episode
one-hit
2
wonder.
pending, maybe. We might just drop off now.
That might have been it.
We're gonna record that in a sec. Episode 2.
Episode 2 pending.
We don't even know if we're gonna put it out, but if we do, maybe like click some of the good things, like
And
my
make
God,
sure you
yeah.
like,
Comment.
subscribe, hit that, smash that like button,
Okay, this is
press
too
the
much
bell
now.
icon to get notifications. Noti gang, where you at?